I'd like to welcome you to the 3rd annual Christmas in July event, Crafty Christmas in July 2023. This is hosted by me from Sweet Pea Papers and Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, and of course I'm Terry. And it's also hosted by Lisa Fisher from Lisa's Paper Lace and Bling Facebook group and the Paper Lace and Bling Etsy shop. This year we have 13 collaborators, each making 8 videos. So that's going to be a lot of videos for you guys to watch or choose from. And they're all going to be Christmas projects, but of course you can use any kind of paper you want and just follow along. Now, this year, again, I'm having a Sweet Pea Papers giveaway. There's 2 easy ways to enter, and there's 5 great prizes. The giveaway runs the 1st through the 31st of July, and I'm going to have the drawing on August 1st. Now, there's 2 ways to enter, and the first way is to make a comment under any of my Crafty Christmas in July 2023 videos, and there's going to be 10, 20, 22 or 23 of them, so that gives you that many chances to enter. And then you can also go over to the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, and if you're not a member, you can sign up. Oh, let me say this. In order to enter, you have to live in the United States. All the prizes are physical prizes, and I have to mail them out. And on the YouTube channel here, you have to be a subscriber to win. In the Facebook group, all you have to do is make a post of a Christmas in July project, and in your post, use the hashtag Crafty Christmas in July 2023. Okay, now it can be a picture, it can be a video that you've uploaded, it can be a YouTube video, anything like that, as long as it's your Christmas in July project. You could follow along with some of the videos. You'll have plenty to choose from. That would be kind of fun as well. Each entry or each post is an entry. So if you post a picture, then that's an entry. If you post a video, in a different post, then that's going to be an entry as well. So it doesn't go by the day or whatever. You can make multiple entries per day as long as they're separate posts. Okay? All right, I think that covers it. Oh, Lisa's having a special over at the Paper Lace and Bling, not Lisa's, just Paper Lace and Bling Etsy shop. And if you follow her shop and then buy $15 or more worth of items, then you will get a free yard of lace. It's just a random yard. You don't get to pick, but you get a free yard of lace. Then if you spend $35 or more after following her shop, then you will get free shipping. Okay, so those are the 2 things that we're running this month so far. I may add a couple of things in. If you want to see all the prizes and get more details on everything that's going to be going on in July, then check out my July 1st video, which is the introduction to the Crafty Christmas in July 2023 event. Okay? All right. So this is video 4 in our Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer ring book. So accidentally paperclip to that. So what we've already done, goodness, we've already made our stationery page out of a music page. We've made a giant card page, and we've made our magnetic open page with the 2 tags. Okay, so now today we're going to be finishing up page, oh, we must have another page in here. No, this isn't right. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. That's right. This page is going to go right here after the writing page. Now, we already did the first part, which is make the tag. Carefully take that out from under there. And we made the 2 pieces back to back, and we added the acetate to both sides, and we inked around the opening before we added the acetate. Okay, so we cut the holes, cut the tags, put in the acetate, inked the edges, put in the acetate. So now we're going to finish this up by gluing it together and then adding a tag. So to glue it together, you're just going to open it up like this, and you're going to want to glue the whole thing together except this area here, because that's our pocket. So we're going to take our Fabri-Tac. That's because that's what I use. You can use whatever glue you use. It's going a little slow. It's a little chilly in here overnight. There we go. All right, so we're going to go from here up, across, down the angle, then straight across here. Then we're not going to go here. Then we're going to go across here, past the holes, and glue it down along this outside edge. Okay? So that's around the top part that makes it a tag, and then around the three sides to make it into a pocket. All right, so now we're going to carefully lay this down. Top of the other one. Okay, the easiest way to tell is by looking at your window and making sure all your edges line up. Okay. Now we're going to make a two-sided tag. Now I want to make it with these two papers, and I want the poinsettia on one side, or poinsettia, and then on this side I want the Christmas tree with the birds, I think. Well, it won't matter, it'll fit in either way. So what we want to do, make sure this is dry, is we want to make one side first. So we're going to fit this in here. Okay, and then mark where we need to cut it off. I'm going to cut it in half first. That way I can save the Santa. We can make a card out of him or something. I'm going to cut the length that we just marked off. Now I'm going to check it. Now remember, the card's only going to go in. Oh, you know, we should have glued it here so the card doesn't go all the way in past the holes. Well, we'll just have to be careful when we put it inside. Otherwise it'll go all the way past. Okay, I want that to go in just a little bit easier. I'm going to take just a little bit off the bottom. Let's see if that's enough. All I did was take about a 1/16 off. I can always take off a little bit more. I don't want this card to be too loose. Didn't want it to be quite that tight. All right, now you'll see that if we put it in all the way, it's going to cover the holes. You know what we could do? No, we can't. Okay, so shoot. So we're going to put it in upside down because we want to save more of this side than we do the other. So we're going to put it in upside down. You know, I'm still going to take just a smidge off the bottom. Okay, so we're going to put it in upside down. You want to put in the side that you want to keep. Yeah, that's a lot better. So we want it to go this far, and it's too late to take this apart and glue it in here. So we're just going to have to be careful when we put our card in. Okay. I almost cut it too short. Almost. Let's check the width. Now if you want, you can leave the writing part on the other side, but I just don't think that looks good at all. Let's double check this. Well, there we go. Okay, so we can put it in all the way and it doesn't reach the holes. We're going to put a tab on this, but first we're going to take it back out. And then we're going to make sure that we've got our poinsettias on the back. And to do that, all we're going to do is glue this to this and then cut it out. Okay? So let's cut this in half first. And that gives us this. I'm a little sniffly again this morning. That's the right side up. Now this one you're going to need to glue all of it so it isn't, you know, mushy in the center. Instead of just around the edges like I normally do. And it doesn't take very much in the center, just a little bit. I still don't have very much glue coming out. There we go. That's better. And you want to get the edges really good. And then you want to get some in the center, just enough to hold it together. Okay, then you want to glue this onto here this way on this side, only because this is the side the flowers are on. So now we've got this side, and we've got this side. So now we just have to trim this part off. Okay, so there's our card. Now we're going to put a tab on it. So this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be like this on the front, like this on the back. Excuse me, I had some eggs and I feel like I have a piece of egg in my throat. Thank you. So we want to put the tab on the correct side. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm almost regretting using white paper and not cream. So that's something to keep in mind. And I also am thinking of going back and inking the pages we've made so far. So we'll ink this. Okay. We'll put it on in approximately the center. Probably could have gone up just a smidge. No, I think it looks fine. Now we're going to put a charm on it. And I used the smaller hole since we're not going to put an eyelet on. We're just going to use a bulb pen. You know, I have different colors. Hold on. Oh, those are the... Nope, there's no red ones in my different colored ones. There's only pink. No red. Well, that's a bummer. Well, we'll still just use gold, but... Oh, we need to use silver. Uh-oh. The rings are silver. Nope, I'm going to use gold. These are gold. I don't know, silver and gold. It's like that song, Silver and Gold. Never mind, I can't sing it all. So let's put our silver and gold together to match our silver rings. And I see one in here. I had it. Now that I've got it open, I'm going to make a little V. So I have somewhere to grab a hold of it. And I just made it in one side. Let's see. We have a Christmas tree. Oh, we have a reindeer, that's cute. I think this is a hat. Oh no, it's a little snowman head. We don't have any little birds. You know, no Christmas birds. I do want something small. Oh, maybe. See, that way I can grab it just like that. Here's a Christmas present. Or, is this a Christmas ornament? Come here. Oh no, that's the deer head. Since we have a Christmas tree, let's do a Christmas ornament. Now, since we're, this is going to be the front, then we want our snowflake to face the front. And that means we want to put it on, no, I always get this wrong. We'll slide it in here. Very nice. Just slide it in up to the edge. Let's come back out just a smidge. So I almost blocked the holes. Now we have our ornament on backwards. I had it right the first time. I've done this before and turned around and put it right back on the same way, so no. So now we've got our little thing here. And let's put this in our book. Now, I may have to go back and make some pages on my own. I've made a couple on my own already, and I'm getting ready to show you those already. I've decided this is an easier way to do it. So now we've got this on the back side, and we've got this on the front side. Very nice. Now, I might take this off and ink around it and ink around the white pages. I think this would look better inked, to tell you the truth. So I'm going to go back and do that to all of them. If you want to make sure that the card doesn't go too far, don't put the card in until you've put it on the rings, because then it won't go past them. Okay? So that's going to be our page. The card is the page. The card is the page. This really funny thing happened to me at Glacier National Park. There's a place that you can visit outside of the park, and it's called Bear Country. And you go in your car and you drive around and you look at the bears, right? Which doesn't seem very wise to me, but that's what the attraction is. And right next to the entryway, when you are getting ready to go in, well, obviously, since I just said entryway, there's a big sign that says your car is your cage. Seems kind of scary to me. So then we have our little hide and seek with the bunny page. And then we have Santa, the elves putting up Santa's sign. Then on this page, since these two were easy pages, I just went ahead and did them. This page is just a side pocket, and remember what I said about keeping track of what side it opens on? I did it backwards. If I'd have thought about it and glued it to the other side, I would have been fine. But I didn't think about it, and I glued it on this way first and then made the other side. So, there you go. And then there's an acetone belly band right here, pocket. I just put 4 circles on it and some lace, and then 2 stamps. And then the next page is just a stuffed pocket. So there's just 3 pockets layered. This top pocket actually goes all the way down. And then we've got I put a little pocket here. Okay, so that's those 2 pages. So then, we're going to make, I think I've got it down. I don't want just 1 page in between, do I? Should have a 9C. Oh, but the one I have designated. Let's go ahead and go to 11A. And it's going to go 11A, 11B. 11A, 11B. And then you'll get to 11. So, the next page that we're going to do, because I don't want the 2 pocket pages together, and I want to put another page in here, I think, which is going to mess up our videos. Our pages aren't going to be in order, but oh well. We're going to need to cut another page. So let's do that. See, I think we put our holes in too far. I almost think we could go back and trim our pages by 1/4 of an inch, even though that would make them shorter than the other pages. or just use it as a reference for in the future. But I think this part is too wide. Oh, you know what we did? We did it that way to match up with the book pages for the book. That's why. That's why we did it that way. Erase any little marks that are left over. Got that one right down the middle. Make your 3 holes. We're using the bigger one for the holes here and the smaller one for the holes in the tabs. You know what we could do? Is I could ink the edges and then go back with one of the big brushes and brush along, or use that stencil and stencil on here. I think that might be what I'll do. I think maybe I'll stencil along the edges of all of them, which is going to be quite a few, but we need to do something, I think. Okay, and then we're going to need to cut our paper, and for our papers on this page, we're going to be using papers from this little pad. This is the Cozy Christmas by Renee Looney. 6x8 paper pad, and I got it through Peachy Cheap. And this comes with, it's 60-pound cardstock, 6 double-sided designs, 4 of each, 24 sheets total. So this is going to be our background image. We're going to make crisscross pockets. And then we're going to make some additional pockets. Okay, so let's get our page cut first. I like this background. Let's get the width. Oh, for goodness sakes. Since this is a 6x8, it's pretty close to the right size. Oh, for goodness sakes, what is wrong with me today? So this is pretty decent cardstock. I use 65-pound for my regular cardstock that I buy from the store. So now we're going to ink this around. It is kind of cold in here, a little sniffly. Okay, we're going to set this to the side for right now. Now we want to make crisscross pockets out of these. So I need to cut it to the size first. And then we'll cut it diagonal. And then now we'll cut it diagonal. And now we'll cut it diagonal. So now we end up with one of these and one of these, which wasn't really what I planned. I should have made 2 pages of this and cut it diagonal. I'm not sure I like all 3, but now that I see it, I know for sure I would not have liked 2 of this. Okay, so we want to ink them. This has been fun doing these Christmas books now. Even though this one you're going to see first, it's the second book I've made. And so I'm really kind of doing the Christmas up right. The second book is called Frozen Christmas. I guess that's the big reveal. And it's really pretty, if I do say so myself. So now we'll glue them on. And just glue the right angle side, not the diagonal side. Get glue on my hands. Okay, I'm going to glue the other one on. I would have preferred a less busy one against the pine cones, but you know what? We're going to go for it. Because all of these ones on this pad have patterns. So now this right now, so far, is going to hold 2 cards. One here and one back here. Now we're going to take another piece of paper and we're going to go across here. And we're going to do it with, it's not big enough. And those 2 are the same size. I've got some scrap. Doesn't really matter because we're going to cover it anyway. We just need to make the pocket. Oh, this has already been trimmed. We want it to be this tall. Let's measure how much that is. 3 1/4. This pocket's going to open for here. So let's ink it, even though we're going to cover it. You still need to ink it so you don't see the edge. see, I'm just afraid it's going to be too dark. But I think the white pages are just too stark of a white, I think. Right there in front of me, wasn't it? So remember, we're gluing this on as a pocket that opens to the top. Okay. So then we're going to take this paper, cut a piece 3 1/4. Sorry about that. That was my alarm to take a walk, but I have already done that today. May seem pokey slow, but I did a 20-minute mile, which is good for me. I've worked up to that. I'm disabled, and I really needed to, start walking or doing something to get moving. I walk just fast enough to get my heart rate up. And I'm trying to work my way up to a 30-minute walk, however far that is. I live in an apartment complex. Wow, that's a little busy, isn't it? Ho, ho, ho. Let's take this one. Yeah, I wanted to use papers all from the pad. Then I'm going to take a break on making the rest of this book until Lisa's goodie bag gets here, goodie box gets here with the lace and stuff in it. I don't want to have to go back and decorate with lace and this and that and everything. A whole bunch of pages. Which, most of them, gosh. Most of them are going to be off camera anyway. You guys know how to put on lace and stuff. Some people want to see it though, so okay. So we're going to put this on. And what side is this going on? It's going on this side. So we want to leave this side open. Make sure the trees are right side up. Now, even though this paper is 60 pound, It has a different texture to it. It's a little bit more shiny feeling, slick feeling, shiny feeling. You want to make sure that this pocket is still open. And I think what I'll do to break this up, you know what I mean, is we'll put some lace here. And I don't know, I would like to put lace here and here, but I'm not sure. We might just do a little row of green bling up and down each one. Or our white bling, which kind of reminded me of ice. Let's see what that would look like. I've never used this before. I bet once I cut it open, the whole thing's going to come rolling out. Did that on my green ones. Should get my green one out too, but I want it to be a little more consistent. Okay. Here's the end. Now, obviously, that's too many. I'm thinking one wide. So I have to try to do an angle. So let's do let's cut this one right. I should probably, we're going to need the same size for the other side, aren't we? So I might as well cut it across. And I've got cream colored and brown colored ribbons set out. And then we'll just cut oh, you know, I'm going to have to trim either side of this, I'll bet. Otherwise, all that string hangs off. All right, we'll do one. I'm going to have to do it on both sides. Oh, goodness. I want one gem too far. Alright, well I'm gonna, instead of boring you with you watching me trim the edges off this, I am going to make the card for this. I wonder what kind of scraps do we have? Oh, we only had teeny tiny ones left over from the other pages. So let's Can't see where I made the mark. There it is. Now we're going to have a tab, so that's why we're not having a thumb hole. Plus, I made the pocket white underneath. I think just a skosh. And then we'll check the length. The top of this is just a smidge crooked. Now it's straight. Oh, okay, that's an hour. All right, so what we're going to do is I'll finish this and put the charm and the tab on just like we did on the other page. And then I will make 3 cards. One for here, one for here, and one for here. Or I may wait and see what kind of papers we have left and decide at that time. I might make a card like this for over here and a card like this for over here, and then not put anything in there yet. Well, you know what I mean. Make the opposites. Put, oh, that wouldn't work. See if I put, oh, this is the card for in here. Wonder what it would look like with this, one of these cards in here. That would be just too much. Maybe I'll take another one of these papers and do it that way. Okay. Anyway, let me get this out of the way. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.